Hello and welcome to another episode of The Startup Show brought to you by Inc. Authority. I'm your host, Trevor Rowley. Today we're going to address a very important topic. I know that most entrepreneurs, when they start their business, when they get it going, they're anxious to have the money start coming in. They want to get paid. How do you make it easier for people to pay you? And to help us address that topic today, we have a very special guest. So please welcome to the program, Luke Christie, who is our head of partnerships at Inc. Authority. Happy to have you here, Luke.
Thank you, Trevor. Happy to be here.
Great. So first of all, as head of partnerships, tell us what it is that you do.
Yeah, so I manage all of our different affiliate networks and our partnerships. So for instance, we partner with a couple of large banks, Bank of America, you'll see that on our homepage, as well as, for trademarks, for websites. We also have a couple thousand different affiliate channels that send us traffic. So you could be a YouTuber or a blogger, whatever it might be. We have a big affiliate network as well that we take care of. So anything related to partnerships, inbound traffic, anything of that sort, I manage all those different relationships.
Yeah, so that's a pretty big job. So not only are you helping the marketing team, drive more entrepreneurs to the Inc. Authority website where we can help them in terms of establishing their dream and their business, but you're also working with other organizations who bring value to new businesses who we partner with to bring extra value to these small business owners, such as banks, et cetera. So that's a big job. Thank you for doing that. And I'm sure that all of the customers, the thousands that come through the doors of Inc. Authority every week are grateful for all the work that you're doing. Now, today's topic is about getting paid, right? And one of the things we try and do in the Startup Show is give some tips and advice and counsel to brand new business owners who may be doing this for the very first time.
Yeah.
And I know in my experience that usually one of the things that they want to get first is, I need to get paid, right? Because it takes some money to save up to start the business, and you want to start getting a return on that investment pretty quickly. So whether you've got a retail store, or whether you've got a food truck, or whether you've got an online store, whatever it is, you want to start getting paid. So what are the different ways, first of all, that somebody can get paid?
Yeah, it's a good question. So there's really, I guess, three different types of ways that you can take payments. First one is going to be if you're taking payment in person. So for instance, if you have like a pizza shop, right? And clients are coming up to the desk and they have a card physically in hand presenting it to you. That's one way. The other way would be a card not present, which would be like an online platform. So maybe you're selling shoes on your website and you want to be able to take payment through credit cards, like we all know, right? The third way, that's a really interesting one, would be if you want to invoice clients. So maybe you are a lawn mowing company, right? And you're mowing lawns, but your clients, they might be at work, so they're not able to actually pay you. So you want to be able to easily send them invoices to receive payments.
Yeah.
So, the easy one to set up for most businesses is going to be the one where you have a client, they have a card in hand and they can present it to you, because what are the chances that that's a fraudulent transaction? Probably 0%, right? But when you're talking about taking online payments, it gets a little bit trickier, or sending invoices, it gets a little bit trickier to be approved for these different accounts.
Yeah, and that's just the world we live in today. I mean, very few people carry cash around, and I don't know of anybody that really writes checks on a regular basis. And I suppose that any business person is going to be prepared to receive cash or checks if they have to, but more than likely, most businesses are going to take credit cards, right?
Of course, yeah.
Now, at the very beginning of that, you have to have a bank account. You have to have a place to deposit those funds. And of course, one of the things that Inc. Authority does is helps our customers get their bank accounts set up, and oftentimes without them ever having to leave the comfort of their home to enter into a bank and get that done. So that's a great advantage that Inc. Authority does, and you, through your partnerships that you've developed with banks like Bank of America, help make that happen. And once you've got that bank account, you've got a place where you can receive those funds, right? But let's talk more about these credit cards, right? So somebody's got a credit card, you want to be able to take payment by credit card. It's the easiest way to receive payment. You hear the term merchant servicing thrown around, and some people are like, well, what does that mean? What does it mean?
So merchant services, it just means, a way to take payment and take a payment from a credit card and get it into your new business accounts, right? And so I think it's good also for our clients and prospective new people to understand the kind of steps that it takes to actually get your merchant account, because there's 4 steps. You have to do them in chronological order. And so first things first, right? You're going to set up your new entity, your new LLC or corporation through IncAuthority.com, right?
Yep.
Second, once you set that up, you're going to get your articles of incorporation mailed to you. And once you receive those, you're ready for step 3, which is going to be applying for your EIN number. Now you can't apply for your EIN number until you have your articles. So then you're going to get your EIN number. We make it really easy for our clients to do this. We'll literally send you a text message. You fill out a couple of questions and it's streamlined, really simple.
And for those that might not know what an EIN is, what is it?
Sure. It's your employee identification number. It's basically like your birth certificate for the business. And it's a way for the IRS to track your revenue so that they can tax you in the end of the day, right?
So you get the number assigned to you, you've got your official documentation, then what?
Exactly. So you have to do those 3 steps in chronological order. Once you have your EIN and your articles, then you can open up your business bank account, which you have to do before you get your merchant account. Now at Inc. Authority, we have a whole team of bankers that will help you. Like I said, we partner with Bank of America and we have this great handoff where we can actually warm transfer our clients over to their team so our clients don't even have to walk into a bank if they don't want to. It saves us a ton of time, and we will mail and send in real time the documents for our clients. So that way the bank has them on hand. We can easily set up the account on one phone call, which is pretty unheard of if you've ever tried to open up a new
super high value, right? Because everybody's time is important, especially a brand new business owner. And have an organization like Inc. Authority take care of that for you is great. And then once you have that bank account set up, you're prepared to be able to start receiving credit cards. You have to find, a merchant service provider who's going to handle those transactions for you. And ultimately those transactions, the dollars are going to end up in your bank account, right?
Exactly.
Now that sounds complicated. Is it really complicated?
It can be. So luckily for our clients, again, we have another partner that takes care of the merchant services. So they will actually hold our client's hand and walk them through the process. Hey, now that we have a bank account set up, we're going to need to get a voided check to open up your account. And there's different types of accounts like I was talking about. So if you're taking payment in person or you're taking payment online, it's a different type of service. Do you need your website to actually have a payment terminal where someone can click and, you can put any credit card you want in there? That's something that our partner will also help them fulfill. One of the benefits that I really like if you're someone that's taking a payment in person, for instance, the pizza shop example, we give our clients through our partner access to a Clover payment terminal. And those are the really fancy, new age screens that you see in maybe like your local coffee shop or your bakery, whatever it might be, that work instantly. They're the best ones you can get right now. And we actually send our clients those for free since they work through us and our merchant service.
Then they got this terminal, and when a customer comes up to them, they can either use the chip and insert the card, or they can swipe the card and they can take payment right there on site.
Exactly. And those types of terminals take any type of card. I don't know about you, but I've been to places where they won't accept maybe my Amex card or my Discover card. And so sometimes, sorry, you lost my business because you wouldn't accept that card. So you want to make sure that if you're a new business, you have every single option possible and you open it up to clients to make them paying you as easy as it can be.
And I think another part that I think is confusing for a lot of business owners is, how do I get connected with a processing company that'll process these cards, right? And how can I make sure that I'm getting the best value for what I'm doing? Because they charge a fee, of course, for doing it. And some of them can charge pretty hefty fees.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure that I'm not paying more than I have to. But you've kind of done the homework on that as you vet out potential partners for Inc. Authority and Inc. Authority's customers. And you've kind of done that for them so they can be pretty confident that if they are a customer of Inc. Authorities and they go through the process and they need us to help put them together with a merchant service provider, that they're going to get really good rates, high value, and an excellent processor.
Yeah, and no matter who you are, any credit card processor is going to charge you what they call an interchange fee to use that. And some of the most common ones for these, startup businesses, everyone's heard of Square or Stripe, but they don't know that those are actually some of the most expensive ones you can use. So we have other options for our clients at a great value for them. And like I said, we've vetted them all out to make sure that it's, something sustainable for their business for the long term.
So if I'm a brand new business owner, first time, right, and I'm setting up my business and I want to be able to accept credit cards, what is the ultimate benefit for me for doing that? And how fast am I going to get my money?
So yeah, someone should take and accept credit cards, obviously, because the first rule of business is how much money's coming in the door, make sure it's more than the money going out the door.
Make it easy for people to
pay. You got to make it easy. And it's what people expect, right? And, there's other cool integrations we can do. For instance, not just accepting credit cards, but I don't know about you. I love using Apple Pay or Amazon Pay. So these are all tools and different things that you can have, but you first have to set up your merchant account, right? Yeah. But I'm 1,000 times more likely to do a transaction if I can sit on my phone, do one click and make a purchase versus sitting there for a couple minutes, plugging in my information, and then you start thinking about the transaction. So again, as a new business owner, you want to think about making it as easy as possible for your clients to send you money, accept any type of payment that we possibly can, and it will provide those different resources for you. And for the other part of that question, typically you're looking at getting the funds in about 1 business day as they process through. Some will be instant because they give you a credit, but typically you're looking at about a day.
Awesome. Well, any final tips for the brand new business owner who's looking to make it easy for their customers to buy from them and to pay?
Get creative. Think about, like I said, think about getting something set up with Amazon Pay, Apple Pay, PayPal, all the different resources. You want to have anything that you can to receive money, and just think about the customer experience on how easy it is to pay. Can you pre-fill out stuff for them, whatever it might be?
Yeah, particularly, that online presence, that shopping cart online, how simple can you make it so that it's easy, one click, all those sorts of things with integrations to, I don't know, whether it's PayPal, Amazon, Apple Pay, all those things that you have.
Sure. And luckily we've got integrations for all of that stuff through our resources. Getting the website created is one thing, but they don't come with a payment processor. So then you have to link those both up. So our partners on those work together. So all the little things we've thought of to make sure it's a seamless experience for our clients.
So fortunately, Inc. Authority makes it easy for brand new business owners. Even if they've not done this sort of thing before, they can be confident that by working with one of the representatives at Inc. Authority, a business advisor typically, that they can be walked through this process. They can be introduced to the various vendors if they need them. They can get their bank account set up. They can get merchant servicing. They can get all that taken care of so they can make it easy for their customers to find them and to pay them. So
exactly.
So thanks for joining us today, Luke. Really appreciate all the information, all that you're doing for Inc. Authority.
Thank you so much for having me.
And of course, thank you for joining us on this episode of The Startup Show, as always brought to you by Inc. Authority. If you'd like any more information about this topic, please visit us at incauthority.com or give us a call and talk to one of our representatives. Until next time, this is Trevor Rowley signing off and wishing you much success.